If you would like free handwritten notes on this topic, please head over to my site. You can find the link in the description below. In this video, I will be continuing on with the immune system topic and going over vaccines and the types of immunity. If you have not seen my previous videos on introduction to the immune system or primary versus secondary immune response, then please give them a watch first to better understand this video. I will link them here. So, what is a vaccine? It is a suspension of antigens or antibodies purposefully put into the body to produce artificial immunity. So, how do they work? They produce long-term immunity as memory cells are produced, so the immune system will remember the antigen even though the pathogen never actually entered the body. The body thinks it did and creates a primary immune response from the vaccine. So when those antigens are re-encountered by the body, when the pathogen actually enters the body, the immune system produces antibodies against it quickly via the secondary immune response. In your exam, it is important you understand how vaccines work, especially as this is currently very topical. There are two main types of vaccines you need to know about: live attenuated and inactivated vaccines. Live attenuated contains weakened forms of the pathogen, so that the pathogens are present but weak, so won't make the host that ill. The pathogen contains its own antigens and will trigger an immune response, whereas inactivated vaccines contain dead pathogens or parts of the pathogen. For example, they're proteins or toxins which will trigger an immune response instead. Live attenuated vaccines are better as they create a stronger and longer lasting immune response, whereas the inactivated vaccines, they would require boosters often. Also, with inactivated vaccines, they are commonly made with additional adjuncts added to the antigens to increase the response to the vaccine, so are more likely to have an allergic reaction from the vaccine. Whereas live attenuated cannot be used for people with weak immune systems, but they can use inactivated vaccines. In your exam, it is important you are able to discuss the benefits and disadvantages of these two different types of vaccines. So, herd immunity. This is when the majority of the population are vaccinated, so those who aren't are protected. As the levels of the disease will be low amongst the population, those who are not immunized have a low chance of contracting the disease. The number of people needed to be vaccinated to reach herd immunity varies for each disease. In order to eradicate a disease using vaccines, the disease should not mutate, as this will decrease the effectiveness of the vaccine. Not having a life cycle that includes other organisms, not having symptoms that make it hard to detect the disease, diagnose or trace, as it makes it harder to control the spread. Now, the different types of immunity are active, which is when the body makes its own antibodies, and passive, which is when the body does not make its own antibodies. Natural is whereby the process of stimulating or acquiring antibodies is considered natural, and artificial is where the person is being injected with them. So natural active is when you are exposed to the pathogen and the immune system produces its own antibodies to get rid of it. Artificial active is where you are injected with a vaccine which triggers an immune response to make your own antibodies. Then, natural passive is where antibodies are provided, for example, via the placenta or through breastfeeding from mother to child. Finally, artificial passive, which is where the antibodies are manufactured and injected into someone. It is important that in your exam you understand the different types of immunity so you can apply this when they give you examples. To aid your learning with my videos, you can purchase all these notes in the form of an AS revision guide. Those who are more traditional and would like the hard copy, you can get this from Amazon. And for those who would like to have a PDF version of these notes to annotate on an iPad or laptop, you can get this from Etsy. The link for both of these are in the description box below. I hope you found this video useful, and please give this video a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe.